Coming up on the spot.
I felt so crushed that I quit music. I said, you know what? Hii ujinga mi sitaki.
This is The Spot, an open and honest conversation about life and love and everything in between with me, STL Yamumo. Hey, what's up? This is The Spot podcast, and this is the second part where we're chilling with Pitson. He is an amazing artist. Manze, kama bado hujasikiza ngoma za Pitson, you need to check his music out. And kama una love our set, manze, we love it too. Unafilaje on this set?
I love it.
You love
I
it?
totally love it.
Like every detail,
beautiful.
like it's a beautiful set. I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all this is courtesy of Kamunge Original Studios. So check them out if you want to do a photo session, video session, studio session, you're recording as a band, come through. Now, we're still with Pitson right here, and we're talking about his story. Kwa sababu kwa hii safari ya mziki kuna the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to fame. Yeah. In case bado huja watch the first part of this series, then check it out and then come back for part 2. Yes, because sababu, man, it's awesome. It's getting hot in here. And we have some coffee for that, just in case we need to relax kidogo. Yes, and so Pitson, in the first part tumeachia place whereby you're studying really hard because manze ukikumbuka
what you're going through.
What you're going through.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of the way we see Indians in Kenya.
Yeah.
They're very industrious. They're so hardworking.
Yeah.
And my thinking is, wakikumbuka how bad things are in India, they have to really work hard because...
Yeah.
So you've studied really hard and you've managed to go study law.
Yeah.
Why law?
I loved law because I always admired great speakers. Most of them, the ones I admired were lawyers.
Okay.
I would look at, because as a young, I don't know where I got that thing, but I was always academic as a young boy. Living in the ghetto, couldn't afford many books, but still had this passion for reading. Okay. And when cybers came through, and there were cybers opening everywhere. Wanashindwa cyber ni gani?
And when cybers came.
Hey, when cybers came, and there were computers, I would go to a cyber, pay some money, collect quotes.
Okay. Collect
a lot of quotes by great speakers. That's where I got to know people like Martin Luther King, Oprah Winfrey, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, many speakers, and then gather their quotes and then print and then make a file.
Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
And I had that desire as a young man. And then I had a desire for leadership. So I knew if I studied law, I'd be a good speaker, and then my chances for leadership will be higher.
Wow, okay.
I don't know where I got that idea from. Yeah, but I pursued it.
And then along the way, you decided, okay, law is not good enough. Let me switch gears a little bit.
Let me go and study business. Yeah.
Wow. And then after that?
So I finished my law and I went to JKUAT to study business. Okay. So I was studying business. Of course, business ilikuwa inatupatia a lot of time during in the middle of the day, in the middle of classes. So you'd find you have one class from 8 to 11. Then from 11, hauna class mpaka about 3 for another class. So there was a lot of time. Okay. It is within that framework that I joined a band in JKUAT. And that's where my music blossomed. I knew how to work in a band. I knew how to write. We were writing about everything and anything. We would go to a hotel and we are seated and we are taking dondo or whatever. Naandika ngoma inaitwa Hoteli za Ghetto.
Wow.
And at that time when I was in JKUAT, someone said the world will end in ilikuwa on May May 21st, the world will end. Somebody said that.
21st of which year?
I can't remember the year. It must have been 2010, May 21st. The world will end. So I wrote a song called May 21st. And that was the trend. I was always, kitu ikihappen chuo yenye ina trend, tunaiandikia ngoma. Alafu tukiwa na concert, tunaimba hiyo ngoma.
Wow.
So that's where my skills for writing zilikuwa built sana sana.
All this time ukiandika mziki, are you writing gospel music or anything flows?
Anything flows. I mean, if you are in love with a guy called James, and you're famous in the school, I'd write about you, STL and James. I'll do anything. But also nilikuwa naandika pia gospel songs on the side. So that's how I built my music writing platform.
Okay. So after campus, you get a job in a bank.
So I got a job in a bank, and I got that job miraculously.
Okay.
There's a lady I used to preach to. She was called Wamboi. She was never born again. Not born again. So me nilikuwa CU. In JCOT, I was student leader and CU chairman. A priest and a king. Very rare combination. So I used to love wase wanakunywa, wase wako na hangover. Au ndo mimi nawaambia kujeni CU. Because those are the guys we are sent to. Not these other preaching to the choir. So I used to love walevi, wase tu wanakaa wako na maskandal shule. So hao ndo madem mimi naenda nawaambia come to the CU. So Wamboi would always feel uneasy. And mbona unaniambia ni come CU, mimi niko na hangover. And I ministered to her, I would always welcome her, tell her, chukua front seat. Na mtu asikuulize. Something that I got really criticized for in campus. As a leader who's not firm on students who rave and students who have hangovers and vitu kaizo. But it was Wamboi who got me a job.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how life works. Because of the love I showed her in campus, I never judged her. I never showed her that sisi ni wale tumeokoka, wewe sasa ni mwenye dhambi. I was there to say, manze Wamboi, whenever you feel like coming to the CU, hata na hangover, just come. She got me a job.
Wow.
So mi nilimaliza exam on my last full stop ya campus hivi nimemaliza shule was on a Thursday. Monday I reported to work.
Wow.
I never tarmacked.
Wow.
Never tarmacked. And there are people I know we were in the same class with who tarmacked for a long time. So mi nimeenda interview, the bosses say uko na certificate. Say mi hata sijamaliza shule. Nimemaliza shule juzi. Nini exam hata si kumaliza. Yeah. So you haven't graduated there. But don't worry, Wamboi told us about you. Just join.
Wow.
Miraculous.
And I can imagine Koko ilikuwa miraculous, but to your parents, the feeling ilikuwa je?
Oh man, my goodness. Let me, working, me working in a bank was not even a story bigger than me going to campus. We have never had anyone going to campus from our family, ever. Whether it is my mother's side or my father's side, their children, their brothers, their ex-boyfriends and girlfriends, no one. So for me to break that ceiling and say, you know what? My family reaches here and then everybody goes down. I will come and break that record. And then after me, many have gone to campus.
Wow.
It only takes one to say, this,
to break that chain, yeah.
This nonsense ends with me. We will break this thing. So it was a big deal. Now getting a job in the bank, my goodness, was a big deal. Was the money good? Because everyone thinks manze ukiwa kwa bank, the money is great. The department I was working in, so was your bank who earn normal salaries like everybody else. It's just that, one, it's prestigious for you to work in a bank. Yeah. Two, there are benefits. So you're covered medically, you can access loans, you can access a mortgage. So kuna hizo vitu zote. But for me, I was working in a department called sales. Sasa sales, there's of course a retainer, but then there's no roof. to your salary. You can break the retainer and go to whatever amount of money based on your performance. Sasa mimi, CU chairman, student leader, my sales was top notch. And I discovered later that that's a gift God has given me. I can sell.
Wow.
I can convince people.
Okay.
So I used to do a good job, earn big money. I'm a young man. Nimetoka tu kampo. I think rent yangu ilikuwa 5K. And I was one of the people who had a good house.
Wow.
So imagine, when you have that kind of lifestyle, ujazoea hata do mob. Sasa do imeanza kuflow. So it was good. Yeah.
So as you're working in the bank, are you still recording music, writing music? What's happening with your music
So I had
side?
2 lives then.
Okay.
So there's this banker, but then there's this musician. But something was happening along the music line. I had produced a song, and one of the gospel artists had stole that song and produced it, and it hit. I won't tell you the artist, and I won't tell you the song.
Tukienda break. We have to get that tea.
I felt so crushed that I quit music. I said, you know what? Hii ujinga mistaki. Yani hivi ndo nyufanya kwa nini? Kwa industry ya music, hakuna respect. Someone came to the studio, heard my song, it was good. They said, can I get a collabo? I said, no. Then wakaona, hii ngoma itolewi, because mi niko campus.
Yeah.
Akatoa hiyo ngoma.
Na ikahit.
So kila mtu fikiria hiyo ngoma ni omse. The people around my life who are close to me know the person, know the song. I quit music. I said I will never step into a studio again. Mwenye Haki, you know Mwenye Haki?
Yeah, I know Mwenye Haki.
Was in Germany that time. He comes back, he says, Pitson, please, one more, please. One more, just one. Ya mwisho alafu sasa quit. That one more was wanajua ni kulenga tu.
Which somehow introduced you.
Reintroduced me.
Yeah.
To the music, to now tier 1 music, where now you're being played, people know you. That is the song I was saying, wacha tufanye hii moja tu alafu we are done.
And I know that was your 49th song.
That was my 49th song, yeah.
Yeah.
49th song.
49th song.
I had produced 48 songs. And then I quit.
And then
when the 48th was stolen. And this is what I tell guys, don't give up. Don't give up. I gave up. Don't give up. You're a lawyer, do one more case. You're a pastor, do one more sermon. You're a journalist, do one more story. Do one more.
Just one more.
There are guys listening to us and they are in love with a chick right now and the chick has refused them. Try one more time. One more time. It won't hurt. Mwambie tu, by the way, Suzi ulisemaje story yangu. Fukuzwa, go one more time. It's that consistency and persistence that breaks walls and records.
So, you're in the studio, you do Wanajua with Mwenye Haki, and then what happens?
The song does well. Wanajua ni kulenga tu. Wow. I see the song in matatus, I see the songs in shows. And then the following year, that was 2012, 2013, we win Collabo of the Year.
Ile time when Queen Award was a big deal.
Queen Award was the cream of music.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what's the cream anymore now. I don't know what people look for.
Right now, I think it's the views, maybe
it's the views or the money, I don't know.
The money.
The downloads.
The fame. Yeah.
But then, an award was the sign, it was the mountain peak. It was the sign that tells you, that song was good.
Ume make it.
Yeah. So Kicheki was settled nominatiwa now, big songs, and then we won. That was a big break.
How did it make you feel when you think about your music journey?
It wiped the tears off my eyes. Remember me come from number 48 imeibiwa, mse amehit nayo. It was a way of God telling me, you know, I still have a plan for you. Don't give up. Hata kama ile iliibiwa, chukua hii. And I remember that time hearing a voice say, You can take honey from a bee, but you'll never get to know how it's made. So wachana huyo amekuibia honey. God was saying, I'll show you how it's made.
And in your 50th song,
50th
he did just
song,
that.
He did that just that. He gave me now my song, Lingala Yesu, that blew my career. Totally blew my career, changed my life. I was used to a normal, quiet life where I can live wherever and rent a small house and live quietly with my neighbors. If I need to go to town, napanda mat, naingia tao. And then Lingala Yesu happened.
And you can imagine back in the day hakukuwa na mask. Kaleo Pitson amekam to masked up, kofia, nini.
Nimejikava. Ujui venye mask zimesaidia.
See the eyes. So you can imagine. So we take another break, and then when we come back, with fame comes money.
Yeah.
Temptations. Hey, okay. For that and so much more in the third part of this series, where we're having a conversation with Pitson. Remember, this is the Sport Podcast, where we have open and honest conversations. Usisahau to subscribe and also recommend this content to a friend, family, mbogi yako yote. Welcome through, See you, It's time to kiss and say goodbye for part 2. We'll be back with part 3.